Hello folks, how you doing? Welcome to another video here on my channel. As you can see, I'm in a tent. I'm here in Norfolk at the King's Lynn Caravan Park. It seems that every time I come to Norfolk it's raining, and today is no different. See if you can hear it. I was meant to be joined by Karen, you've probably seen the last few videos, but unfortunately she had a bit of an incident yesterday. She was out snowboarding with her friend and kind of fell over, so what we've got planned tomorrow, Saturday, going to be doing 250 kilometres around Norfolk, and then tomorrow I'm going to be taking a trip down to Cambridge, and that's going to be about 100 miles. So just a quick tour of the tent. So as you see, the big porch area, kind of organised myself. Got all my food, got my cider, got my nutrition, forage, some evening food. Hopefully it's going to stop raining so I can actually cook something. If not, I'll be going to McDonald's or something like that. Probably going to get up about 6 o'clock, something like that. Try and leave here no later than 7 o'clock. Should be tailwind for most of the day. Bit of a headwind coming back, which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, that's enough for me today. Enjoyed myself this evening. I'll see you in the morning. Just heading out of King's Lynn. About an hour behind schedule because, idiot me, forgot to bring a pump. I've left it attached to the top tube bar of my other bike, my Cube. I'm like, great. I had to wait to a bike shop to open at 8 o'clock, so I finally got that done and I'm on my way once more. So there it is, it's an £8.99 job from ETC. Hopefully I will never have to use it. I hate to ride out, 250 kilometres without any sort of pump. I'd be on edge all the way round, to be honest. So hopefully that'll do me today and tomorrow. So at the moment, if you look, there's no cars around. It's the NCN number 1. This is probably the only kind of off-road section of today's ride, unless there's anything else I'll put in there. Beautifully quiet this Saturday morning. Just on a back road from Castle Rising to Sandringham Estate. If you're from here, you know it well. Kind of reminds me, actually, this is Robbie Ferri country. If you don't know who Robbie Ferri is, I'll drop a link to his YouTube channel down in the comments below. He's a former TCR rider. I think he's also done the, can't remember the acronym now, the race around the Netherlands, the Ratner. I know he was hoping to do that this year, the Ratner. So that's not meant to be like many things so far this year. Talking of which, something which is meant to be and has been rescheduled for October is the Lincoln Grand Prix. This might just drop some information down below the video as well. That's the Lincoln Grand Prix. If you take part, you'll get to complete one of the top 100 climbs in the UK, which is Michaelgate, right in the city centre. Takes you up to the castle. Seem to have found a hill. This must be the perhaps the only hill in Norfolk. Oh, nearly at the top. There we go. Oh. Past the main entrance. Still feel a few puddles around. Morning. Let's talk briefly about timings, how long it's going to take me. So just done a bit of quick maths. Back to the caravan site is 250k. It's probably more like 245, but just round it up. Now average speed for 250 kilometres is probably 25 kilometres an hour. So if you do 250 divided by 25, you get 10. So 10 hours moving time. A couple hours messing about for food, rest, stops, faffing. Let's say 2 more hours on top of that, so 12 hours. I started at 8:15, I'll probably finish about 8:15 this evening or thereabouts. Let's see how that matches reality. Just stopped to take me snood off, and I thought I might as well get a picture of this place. Check that out. I'm in Snettisham. What a lovely sounding name. And what a lovely church. I'd love to know how much all this kind of stuff would have cost if it was built now. Do you know when you're out on your bike, you're riding around, you're like, God, it's quiet around here, really, really quiet. You can be riding around for like 15 minutes, don't see a car. And you decide, and suddenly some nature calls, so you go for a tinkle. All the cars suddenly appear from nowhere. Has that happened to you? Is it just me? Seems I've got the hills, kind of headwindy as well. But most of today we'll be on the flat. I'm loving the unexpected hills at the moment. There I am, my first stop, Reedham. Just come out the station in, and we've got the Reedham cycle workshop here. It's actually back here. So I've got something stuck in my teeth. I was here in October time, so I actually remember the look of the marketplace. I thought, I'm coming back here. So just had just a coffee and walnut cake, bacon bun, you know what it is, coffee of course. So I highly recommended this place, the Station Cafe here in Reedham. Anyway, it's time to get back on my bike and make a move. Jesus Christ, literally, look at this place, middle of nowhere. Wow, look at that. Just repeat what I said earlier, how did they have the money or labour to do this kind of thing? Amazing. Must admit, when the landscape's flat, it's a little bit harder to find views and things. So I kind of replaced the hills with churches today. It works quite well because they're magnificent things, aren't there, some of them. And you do look back and you think, that was built here hundreds of years ago. In this tiny little village. And there's tens of thousands of these all up and down the country. All this white stuff down the road reminds me of the other week in Cheshire. Although over there they had this thing called wild garlic growing along the roadside. Never heard of it before. Smell was overpowering, but I didn't know you had that kind of thing. Well, that was a nice surprise. It's always a nice surprise when you're actually further along the route than you thought it was. 120k. So if we've 120k done and dusted, it can't be that far up the road now from Heigham, because essentially that was kind of my furthest point. Probably stop there, take some photos, maybe have something to eat. Quick stop here at Ludham Bridge. Got many childhood memories from being here. Mum and Dad used to have a boat here a long time ago till it sunk in a hurricane back in what, 88 or something, or nearly sunk. I think it was on his last legs. I think we managed to get another holiday out of it. Used to have lots of holidays here in the UK, not staycations. Of course, that means having a holiday at home. Some great childhood memories from camping and holidays here in the Norfolk Broads, things like that. Pavement picnic outside the local premiere here at Heigham. I was going to have a pint and whatever, something to eat, but I think it's too soon. I want to get moving, so if I was here with Karen, we should have been here today, we'll probably stop for a pint. Anyway, I'm going to get up the road, take some photographs as well down here. It's kind of a turning around point. I've got a little bit of southerly direction to do, and then back west into that wind. Ooh, not looking forward to it. Can't go much further. So here I am, Heigham. I always remember going out, again, remember when my dad used to have a boat. It used to be really difficult to get underneath. It's a tight squeeze. Hello, Swan the Swanee. Hello. Stop pointing in my face. I want royalties. I'm sure the Queen pays you. Yeah, so I'm not stopping here. I just quickly stopped at shop back. Not 400 metres up the road. So anyway, yeah, I can't hang around too long because every time I stop, it's absolutely, well, it's not freezing, but it's cold. Bye bye Swannies. you. Did anybody see on Twitter, I think it was beginning of this week, there was a village somewhere in the UK, can't remember where, the villagers have erected a sign saying, cyclists be quiet. I'm thinking to myself, have they never heard of cars or lorries? Some people just don't like people on bikes, do they? It's ridiculous. Makes me think this, you know, I'm in Norfolk right now, so flat, ideal place to have cycle lanes everywhere, active travel, because there's no excuses, there's barely any hills whatsoever. You know, there's plenty of big towns and cities here. Get people on bikes, get them on e-bikes, they'll be flipping flying everywhere. Yeah, as I said, I'm thinking I'll be done anywhere between, well, as late as 8:30 I would have thought. Good so far though, probably only had less than half an hour. I'm not turning these pedals, so I'm doing good so far. If I can stay the way I'm going at the moment, I'll be done by 7:30. But let's see, it's no race after all. I'm at Reedham swing bridge on Score Hill. I wonder why it's called Score Hill. Don't know. Heading away from Reedham now. Quickly stopped to a pint at the Lord Nelson, and as I was leaving, realised I got a slow puncture on the back tyre, so I pumped it up, and at the moment I'm still going. It's probably about 10k back, if that. So I was like going to be nursing the tyre, but for now keep on going. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's fine. Bloody cold though. It started raining again. So I have no idea who stole Spring. Can we have it back please? Something I don't really talk about too much in my videos is the planning, or more specifically route planning. Get loads of enjoyment out doing it. That's one thing I love about planning routes and things, is all the memories flood back. You know, you recognise that road and avoid that one, go around there, those set of hills, I love those, or avoid those ones, or that one because it's rather sharp. I find it really rewarding and lots of fun to do, and not just creating those routes for myself but for other people as well. Been able to create a few. So it's about 75-80k to go. Spitting again, but there is glimpses, can't see over the edge of this either, but there's glimpses of the sun coming out now, so fingers crossed. Getting into the last 50k now, and that sun is still itching to get out. I'll get the camera out before it disappears. I tell you, after riding nearly 260 kilometres today, I'd be lying if I said there's no fucking hills in Norfolk. There bloody well is. And I seem to manage to find a good handful of them today. Back in through the woods again as head back to King's Lynn with 24 kilometres to go. It's about an hour's worth of riding if we don't stop. I ain't going through that. Well, that must have been there for weeks. Bloody nettles and everything. Oh, look at that. Ugh. Right, coming towards the end. It's been a sunny finish. It's been great. Just hoping I've got no bad choices ahead. Been crossing over the A47 so many times today. Got any questions? Don't forget to stick them down below. If you want to support the channel in any way, got a link to buy me a coffee down below the video. Just about back at the caravan park. I don't know how far, to be honest. I'm trying to keep it a little bit of a secret. Well, anyway folks, once again, hope you enjoyed this one. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
always what it seemed. I see the murder scene and run up on a spleen. Factual, actual facts that are practical. I'm about to tear you up, why? I'm an animal, cannibal, Hannibal Lecter. Lie to your face, crime and it pays.